That would be so cool if we could fly. Why are humans so boring? You know, I look at cats sometimes and I'm like, I want to be a cat for just a day. Even though I'm afraid of cats, like they scare the tits out of me, but I'm like, well, for one day, I want to be a cat just so I know what it's like. And then I want to go back to me, and then maybe I'll see life in a different perspective. I know what you're wondering. You're like, Damon, what the tits did you do to your hair? You look so weird. Or maybe I'm just wondering that. And yes, thank you so much for wondering that. I appreciate that. It's so weird to look over here and like see this because I'm like, where's my hair? Hi, it's been 9 months since I posted a video on this channel, and in those 9 months, I have literally thought about this video a million gazillion times, and I've made this video a million gazillion times, and I've asked so many people, like, what should I do? And many people were like, just act like nothing happened, act like you never went anywhere. And then some people were like, just make a funny video so they know what they missed. And I'm like, okay. All these thoughts are like going through my head, like what kind of video I should make and how I should do this. And I had a video today how I was gonna make a funny video about how I got an accidental cut. What? An accidental haircut. I was gonna make this video about how my hair looks like this right now and how I look like a weird goofball. And I was gonna make it funny with skits and stuff. But then I was like, I don't know, I feel like we've always had like an honest, you know, relationship, you and I've always been honest on social media and stuff. I feel like I'd be like ruining the trust between you and I if I just came back and acted like nothing was wrong and everything was all right. So instead of doing the video that I was gonna make today, I'm gonna instead just tell you exactly where I've been and what's been going on with me. Okay? All right. Bye, Felicia. This is so weird. I've thought about this a million times and okay. You might be noticing that I look kind of different or weird or like maybe less attractive. Let's just backstep a little bit. I started my YouTube account like 4 or 5 years ago, and I started breaking out a little bit after I started my videos, and it was always, you know, a fear of mine to make videos because I was like, oh, my skin looks really bad. People are gonna point this out because people would point it out at school, and it became a very big insecurity of mine. I would always be afraid that wherever I went, people would be looking at my skin and would be judging me because I don't have the best skin. And I would constantly compare myself to other people and be like, why can't I be them? Why can't I be like them? And then when I went on YouTube, that was kind of like my escape. That was like the moment where people would listen to me and care about what I had to say and not talk about my appearance and not talk about the flaws that I see every single day and point out in the mirror. And so I kind of learned to do some things. I would, you know, use bad lighting, or I would go into my editor and brighten it up and expose the tits out of it, do some soft contrast and add a lot of filters to make me seem like I was perfect and an attractive human being and had no issues, no flaws. You know, I would often do these videos, you know, about how you're beautiful and you shouldn't, I'm getting shaky. So something I often preach on the internet is I preach that you should love yourself and you should embrace your flaws and you should, you know, you shouldn't care about your insecurities. You should just be who you are and people will, you know, love you for your personality. But what I realized that this whole time while I'm saying these things, while I'm trying to make you guys feel better, I'm avoiding my own issues. I would be telling you these things while having a million filters on me and having terrible lighting and hiding my insecurities. How can someone sit here and tell you to embrace your flaws when I'm not even embracing my own? You know, it would always be so scary to go to people, sorry. It'd always be so scary to go to things like Playlist Live or VidCon or any gathering. The whole thought process on the way there was, are they not gonna like me anymore? They're gonna see me in person, they're not gonna like they're gonna see how my skin really is, they're gonna see how I really look, they're not gonna like me anymore, they're not gonna care about me anymore. When I go to these meetups and stuff, and people, you know, just tell me how much I've changed their lives, or, you know, just smile and hug me and say they love me, or, you know, are just really nice to me, I'm just like, do you guys not care that I look miserable? Like, you guys don't care about that I'm not a perfect human being? Do you guys not? And you know, I realized people did like me for me. People did like my personality. People just liked me, and I failed to accept that because I I don't show me. I don't show me. Oh, this is so hard. I'm explaining this so bad. What I'm trying to say is I would always be so afraid to meet you guys in person because I felt like you guys didn't know me. Like, you knew me, you knew like my personality, you knew like things I liked, and you knew that I love pasta and capybaras, and you know so many things about me and my family and everything. The thing that I fail to really show is me and how I actually look and my appearance. I tried so hard to hide my flaws, but as you can see, my skin is very broken out, and I don't have the whitest teeth, and I have really bushy eyebrows, and I have scars on my face because I've had acne for so many years. And these are all things I've always tried my best to hide, and they have consistently held me back from doing anything I want to do in my life. People would ask me to be in like their music video or do a collab with them, or any opportunity that I was ever offered. My first thought process is my skin. Like, I'm gonna ruin their video. And I would get this really bad anxiety. I would pace around my house just so anxious that I would just ruin everything. And I would always have this fear that I would, just not be perfect enough, not be good enough. And that's no way to ever think about yourself. The more years went on, the worse my skin got. And no matter what I've done to help it, it would always just be bad. I would go to multiple dermatologists. I would try different acne treatments. I would try different diets. I would try avoiding gluten, avoiding dairy. I would try doing different things to make myself look better because I've always thought that's all that mattered. All that mattered was having perfect skin, and maybe people would like me. And, oh God, this is so hard. Whew. It's really hard to say stuff that I've been holding back for so long. What I'm trying to say here is I'm not a perfect human being. This is who I really am. I have man boobs. I have man boobs. I kind of do have man boobs. No, I'm not a perfect human being, okay? I don't have the whitest teeth. I have a crack right there because apparently when I was younger, I thought it'd be a bright idea to eat a pizza with a huge fork, and I chipped my tooth. I don't have perfect skin. It's very obvious that my skin is very broken out, and it's always been something that holds me back from everything. There's times where I don't leave my house because I'm afraid that people would be disgusted by my skin. And there's times where if I'm hanging out with people, I'm quiet. I'm not myself because I'm afraid they're judging me for how I look and judging my flaws. I struggle making eye contact with people. I always look at the ground because I'm afraid that they're looking at my skin and judging me. It's so crazy how, severe insecurities really are. You can let it control your life to the point where no one even knows who you are. You can let it literally hold you back from everything. And I realize that I've done that beyond belief. Every day I want to do certain things, but it's always a thought in my head about my skin and about not being perfect and not being able to do what I want to do because I'm not like everyone else. I don't look good like everyone else. I constantly watch these other YouTubers. I'm like, why can't I look like them? I'd make a video every single day. The most important thing to me is YouTube. Even though I haven't uploaded a main channel in so many months, doesn't mean I haven't been making them. Doesn't mean I haven't been on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube comments, every social media thing, every single day reading what you guys have to say. And I go to meetups all the time, so I'm still here, but it's like I have such bad anxiety about posting because I'm afraid that the more I post, the more you're gonna realize things I notice every day. I've always thought the more I upload, the more people are gonna notice how imperfect I am. The more people are gonna notice what I notice every single day in the mirror. And that's always been such a struggle for me. I guess what I'm trying to say is God, this is exactly how hard I thought this would be. This is freaking hard. I guess the reason why I'm making this is maybe if I just show you who I really am, don't edit anything, don't use any filters, don't hide who I am as a person, just show you exactly who I am. Maybe if I just do that, it'll make me feel better because you actually know how I look. I can't just keep waiting for that one day for me to have good skin, I need to live my life exactly how I want to because right now I look back at the last 2 years and I'm like, oh man, I could have done this, I could have done this, but I look like this. And that's not a good enough excuse. I don't want to waste my entire life just thinking, oh, what if I did this? What if I could have done that? You know, I don't have perfect skin. I'm not a perfect person. And it's time for me to actually accept that and not let it hold me back from living my life. So in conclusion, I feel like I'm writing an essay. In conclusion, I love you all. Never forget that. And I appreciate all the support you guys have given me. And, you know, I've been gone on this channel for so long, but it feels like, you know, you guys have always been there. I'm always on the Twitters, I'm always on the Facebook, I'm always on Instagram, I'm always on Tumblr. I'm always seeing what you guys say and talking to you, and I appreciate every single one of you. You have no idea how much you've helped me as a person, and just, you've literally mean the world to me. So I love you all. Stay awesome. Fizzy family forever. And I will see you next week. Okay? Alright. Peace, keys.